Guy, I scratched my new watch today.
Your new watch? You bought a new watch?
I told you about a new
No,
watch.
bro, you don't talk to me.
Literally in your office, and Alejandra's like, "Oh, is that a new watch?" She said it out loud. And
You know
said,
what? You know what I was going through on Sunday?
Not
I
this
didn't hear?
Sunday. This was like six Sundays ago.
Oh, no. Déjame verlo. ¿Y quién te manda a ti a andar sin cover on it? Que tú te crees que tú eres somebody who doesn't...
It has a screen protector.
No, mama, you need to get the clippy ones.
I don't like those.
Bueno. Viste, look what happens.
No, but look, it protected it. Because the actual watch is not scratched. It's just a little thing.
Why'd you get a new watch?
Because this one, with any series 8 and up, there's an app that I can use and wear it to sleep, and it measures my body temperature and tells me if I'm fertile or not.
Oh my God. Next thing they're gonna do is that, hey, you're pregnant. Your watch is gonna tell you that you're pregnant.
No, I don't know about all that.
It already tells you if you're gonna have a heart attack.
It'll tell you like your fertile days and where you're not fertile. When you're possibly like peak fertility or like low fertility, or not fertility.
Listen, whatever. I just want a niece or nephew. Anyway.
Okay. Well.
We're good.
Yeah, sorry. I was just reviewing something about camp.
Is my hair fine? All right, we're just gonna start.
I'll read that later.
Oh, that's not the one.
You're
I did it wrong.
Worst.
Welcome back to the We Should Know This podcast. I am your host, Soph.
I'm your other host, Anna.
Yay! Episode
Guys,
2.
We have our sign back.
We'll see how long this one lasts, okay? This is gonna be a thing, okay? And y'all just gonna have to...
If it falls in the middle of the episode, we're just gonna keep going.
Deal with it! Shout out to Miss Anne, who answered our question and said that it's a dill pickle for her. For the hot dog.
Pickle?
Dill
relish.
Dill relish.
Oh, dill relish.
Guacatela. Listen, Miss Anne, we love you so much, but qué pena.
What? Is dill relish is the only thing she has? That's it?
I don't know. She didn't say the rest of that, but...
Okay.
She's like, sorry, girls, it's dill relish for me. I'm just like...
I like the sweet because there's always the vinegar and the ketchup and the tartness, sourness from the mustard. So the sweet relish.
Listen, we went to IKEA yesterday and we slammed some glazzies and they were so good. No relish.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Slamming glizzies? What do you mean? What are we talking about? They were fantastic and super mad cheap. And how much were they? 75 cents.
For a hot dog?
For one hot dog, but we got the combo, which was 2 hot dogs and a drink for $3.50. Oh,
love that.
Go to IKEA for lunch.
And you wanted to go to Arbiter's instead.
I did want to go to Arbiter's, but you know what? We'll eventually go at some point, so you can have it. So you can say you.
Yeah, we'll see if you take me.
Okay, it's rude. Anyway, how are you? Still sick?
I am still a little sick.
Of course she is.
I have my Vic sticks.
Sponsor us, please.
Sponsor us. If you're Hispanic, if you know, you know.
It's true.
But I'm better. Thanks for asking. How are you, so?
Me, let me tell you, I was having such a good day, and then it was ruined a little bit.
Oh.
So I had a dentist appointment, your favorite.
No.
Right. Your favorite. And I went in for a cleaning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, my dentist is about 5 minutes away from my house, so that's totally fine. It works. And I went, and they were just like, okay, this is like your annual cleaning, because now I have dental insurance.
Love that for you.
Right. They say it's a scam, but it's like a hefty discount, so that's why I got it.
I guess, but...
Right. But you have to wait a certain period in order for certain things to kick in, blah, blah, blah. So this was my annual cleaning that was technically covered by insurance. So I went in for the cleaning. If you know me, I love the dentist.
I don't know why.
I don't mind the dentist, not one bit. But when it comes to cleanings, those are for
How are you
birds,
okay,
bro?
How are you okay
Ahora
and
te
love
explico.
root canals, but you don't love...
Because here's the thing. For root canals, extractions, fillings, all of these things, you get absolutely numbed. And you know what I'm doing?
Yeah, but just the injection itself hurts.
Literally. But that's it. But the pain goes away because you get numbed. So
yeah, but I still feel it.
Right, and then you get over it.
No, I still feel it, even
fine.
with that.
But
numbness.
for cleanings, nobody numbs you for cleanings. And those suck. They just suck. because they're going around every single crevice with like a little. And I'm just like, fine. I don't care about the noises. I don't care about any stuff. But you're hitting my gums, bro, and that sucks. So I don't like cleaning. So I went in for the cleaning, whatever. And then the doctor did the X-rays, which are obviously included in the thing. And she's like, okay, well, look, you have a few cavities. Like, we'll fill these in once your insurance kicks in, like when you get the full benefits, right?
What you mean?
So with dental insurance.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know
right.
I had dental.
So she's like, oh, you have a few of these. Like, we'll deal with them once your insurance kicks in. Therefore, they're not going to be so expensive. I said, okay, doctor, no problem. Thank you so much. And then she's like, hey, but you know what? Let me ask. When does that kick in? Because, like, you should really get these checked. And she's like, oye, Luisa. I think that's the secretary's name. She's very nice. When does Sophia's insurance kick in? Like, when can we set this up? Like, an appointment. She's like, oh, her insurance kicked in already. She's like, do you want to do these today? And I was just like, oh, you mean I get anesthesia after this nasty cleaning? Yes, please. So, lovely secretary Luisa came over here and she was just like, okay, so I'm going to explain to you that since your insurance kicked in, this is what it is. You have 8 fillings and we're going to do them all today.
8 fillings?
You okay with that? And I was just like,
oh, hell no.
I was just like, how much is this going to cost? And she showed me the paper. She's like, oh, your insurance covers 70% of this. So what, you're going to be, what, $300? I was just like, run the card, sir.
Ay, no.
8 fillings in once.
In once.
Fillings in once. Okay.
If you hear anything in the background, producer Alex is...
So we've determined it's not a producer because producer, she needs to edit.
Got it.
She is officially the help.
Maybe you should put her to edit.
She's not going to. Number one, she don't got time. My bestie's busy. I booked and busy. Also, the brains just don't have the capacity. The loading capacity is not. The CPU is full. So she cannot handle editing like that. And it's fine. She's better at this. She's better at helping us, making sure we don't look as enormous as we feel, and making sure that, you know, the sign doesn't fall.
We are enormous and we're going to love it and we're going to move on and just deal with it.
Deal with it, everybody. Shout out, Miss Ann. So I got 8 fillings today.
That's gross.
Right. And it was pleasant. And she had her and her assistant working on me. And then the lady who's learning was also watching. She's like, oh, yeah, what are you doing there? She's like, no, yeah, you're going to go here. And I was like, in the moon. Because I didn't feel any of it. I heard all the in my head. But I don't care about that. I was thinking about the conversation that they were talking about. Like, oh, no.
You're being a chismosa.
Absolutely. Well, they were talking in front of me.
They don't have a choice.
It's only right.
They don't have a choice.
It's only, well, I couldn't reply. So she's like, we're almost done, Sophie. And I'm just like, yeah. So, pleasant. And then I fell asleep because I went back home and...
Oh, I thought you meant like you fell asleep at the dentist.
No, I was really busy. I was really involved in their conversation. And so I went home and I knocked out for about 2 hours. And then I woke up and my mouth was just like, welcome back. Welcome back. All the numbness went away and I woke up and I was just like, I popped 3 ibuprofens, called it a day.
Just 3?
Yeah, there were 200, so that's okay. Yeah. Why?
That's not enough.
Okay, I don't need a tranquilizer. Relax. It was fine.
No, but you might as well just buy the 500s and you pop 2 of 500. Yeah.
But why can't I just take 3 and make it 6? We're literally done talking about this. I don't need medical advice from a non-doctor. Anyway, so that was my day.
No, that for you. My day was at work, which I stayed late for nothing.
For nothing.
Yeah.
We love that. I
love
had
that
to
they're
wait.
gonna
Pay you.
I was supposed to take out a payment that was supposed to go out, and the people in charge decided, no, we're just gonna leave it for tomorrow. So I was like, okay, cool. But yeah,
anyway,
usual.
As per usual. So today we're diving on in. We're diving on into our first lesson of season 3.
Of season 3. Oh, do you want to learn first or do you want to teach first?
I think I want to learn first.
Okay,
so teacher Anna, listen, we know that she has magic in her teaching lessons, so we're going to let her go first.
Let's hope it's... So there's going to be a lot of words that I don't know how to pronounce. I'm pronouncing them as I'm reading how the letters are put together.
Hooked on phonics. Shout out.
So if I'm not pronouncing it right. Sucks to suck.
Don't forgive her. Just sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. Okay, so my lesson for Soph today. Soph wanted to learn about. I don't know if I'm gonna say it. Macbeth.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean you don't know how to say that?
You see,
it's not Macbeth.
No.
Is it?
You see?
Is it Macbeth?
It's not a McChicken.
Well, if it's
not a
spelled
McChicken.
MAC.
Mac.
K-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Anyway. So is it Macbeth?
This is why we can't have Alex here.
No, this is why she's here. She's the help. Like, well, don't make fun of us, you jerk.
She's the help.
You can't laugh at us and then correct it. Macbeth.
Listen,
Macbeth.
Soph knows what I'm talking about, and that's all that matters.
Right, that's
because
what I wanted.
I'm giving Soph this lesson.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So Soph wanted to know about
Macbeth.
Macbeth. That's what I said.
Literally, that's what she said. Okay, shut up.
Okay, so Macbeth is written by Shakespeare.
Right. I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought you said. I
No, I
thought
didn't
you
know
were going to
that.
say that you didn't know.
No, I didn't know
So you don't know anything about.
Okay, this is what.
Why do you want to learn about this? Like
Okay,
what?
I'll explain to you. The reason why I wrote down Macbeth as one of the things that I wanted to learn about because I saw a TikTok of Denzel Washington
Okay.
acting in I guess a story or movie of Macbeth. And he like did like a little montage, not montage, a little speech thing. And I was just like, que lindo him. And I was just like,
Is it the one
Macbeth?
where he's like in
Black and white?
Yeah, but he's wait, it's new or it's old?
It's new-ish. I don't know how.
What do you mean by black and white?
He is in total black and white. Like it looks like a film that he made, but it was like in a film festival. Like it never went into theaters or any of that.
Because
stuff.
I saw a recent one where he's like all gray haired. I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay, wow.
No, so that is for Gladiator 2. You remember the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe?
Oh,
The one that your dad really, really liked?
yeah.
They're doing a second part, and he is Caesar.
Cool.
I love it.
Okay.
So I saw that clip on TikTok of him doing a section of Macbeth, and I was just like, what is Macbeth? And then he also won like an award for it. I think he won an Oscar for it.
Maybe.
¿Qué sé yo?
We're learning together because I had no idea what this was about either.
Together.
Okay, so I'm going to split it to you in 5 parts.
Perfect.
Because that's how it's split in like different acts.
Okay.
Act 1, Act 2.
Right, because this is a
I think
this
it's
is
5.
a play.
No,
right?
it might be 6.
This is a play, right?
Yeah,
Right.
it's a play.
Not a playwright, but a play, right?
It's a play.
Comma, right?
It's a
Question
play.
mark? Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with Act 1.
Act 1.
It's literally like a 2-minute read.
Okay.
So it's not. Hopefully, I don't know
Don't
if I'm pronouncing
fast forward.
everything correctly. Okay.
Don't fast forward. It's fine.
Okay, so on a bleak Scottish moorland, Macbeth, and I don't
Moorland?
know. Moorland.
Moorland. Okay, I was just like, you said
I'm
morning
reading it
wrong,
fast.
idiot. You said morning wrong, but whatever. No, moorland. Got it,
Moorland.
Moorland. Almost like a swamp.
Macbeth, and I think this is Banquo. No, you see?
No, I don't know.
Banquo?
She doesn't know that one. Okay, so Banquo it is because that's
That's a Banquo.
Okay, so it's Macbeth and Banquo are 2 of King Duncan's generals, and they discover 3 strange women. They're witches.
Of course they are.
The witches prophesy that Macbeth will be promoted twice during his life journey. The first thing that he's going to be promoted to is the Thane of Cawdor. I don't know if I'm pronouncing anything right. Whatever. Which is a rank of, I don't know how to say this word, aristocracy.
Aristocracy?
That one.
I'm helping the help.
Alex said aristocrats.
Everybody.
Aristocrats.
Okay. Bestowed upon by grateful kings. And the other one would be King of Scotland.
Perfect.
So this is part of the prophecy. Banquo's descendants will be kings. But Banquo isn't promised any kingdom himself.
Got it.
The generals want to hear more, but the weird sisters disappear. They're the generals. They're 2 generals.
Got it.
Soon afterwards, King Duncan names Macbeth Thane of Cawdor as a reward for his success in recent battles, and the promotion seems to support the prophecy, which is what the witches said. The king then proposes to take to make a brief visit that night to Macbeth's castle in Inverness. I don't know if that's
Inverness, yeah.
Inverness. Lady Macbeth, which is Macbeth's wife, receives news from her husband about the prophecy and his new title, and she vows to help him become king by whatever means necessary.
Wow.
Ominous music. Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Okay, so that's Act 1.
Got it.
Act 2. Macbeth returns to his castle, followed almost immediately by King Duncan.
Okay.
The Macbeths plot together to kill Duncan and wait until everyone is asleep. At the appointed time, Lady Macbeth gives the guards drugged wine so Macbeth can enter and kill the king.
Got it.
He regrets this almost immediately, but his wife reassures him. So she's in this just
as bad as
she wants the title.
Sounds like a Jezebel to me.
There's cars
That
passing
was
by.
terrifying, actually.
Okay. She leaves the bloody daggers by the dead king just before Macduff, a nobleman, arrives. When Macduff discovers the murder, Macbeth kills the drunken guards in a show of rage and retribution.
Liar.
Duncan's sons, because they were there also in the castle, Malcolm and Donalbain, flee, fearing for their own lives, but they are nevertheless blamed for the murder.
Wow.
Obviously, like someone flees, you automatically assume that that's who it is.
You're not supposed to run, stupid.
Right. Okay, Act 3. Macbeth becomes king of Scotland, but is plagued by feelings of insecurity.
That's right.
He remembers the prophecy that Banquo's descendants will inherit the throne and arranges for Banquo and his son, Fleance, to be killed.
Typical man.
In the darkness, Banquo is murdered, but his son escapes the assassins. At his state banquet that night, Macbeth sees the ghost of Banquo and worries the courtiers with his mad response. Lady Macbeth dismisses the court and unsuccessfully tries to calm her husband. It didn't work. Act 4. Macbeth seeks out the witches who say that he will be safe until a local wood, which is Birnam Wood, marches into battle against him. He also need not fear anyone born of women. Yeah.
Are they born of man? What do you mean?
So there's a parenthesis here that says, that sounds secure. No loopholes here.
Right.
Wait till we get to the rest. Okay. So they also prophesy that the Scottish succession will still come from Banquo's kids, or Banquo's son. Macbeth embarks on a reign of terror, slaughtering many, including Macduff's family.
That's so mean.
Macduff had gone to see Malcolm, which is one of Duncan's sons,
Right.
the one that left, at the court of the English king. Malcolm is young and unsure of himself, but Macduff, pained with grief, persuades him to lead an army against Macbeth. Act 5.
Bam, bam, bam.
Macbeth feels safe in his remote castle at Dunsinane. I don't know.
Sure.
Until he is told that Birnam Wood is moving towards him.
Yeah.
Malcolm's army is carrying branches from the forest as camouflage for their assault on Macbeth's stronghold. Meanwhile, an overwrought and conscience-ridden Lady Macbeth walks in her sleep and tells her secrets to her doctor. She commits suicide.
Oh.
As the final battle commences, Macbeth hears of Lady Macbeth's suicide and mourns. In the midst, this is like the end. In the midst of a losing battle, Macduff challenges Macbeth.
Right.
Macbeth learns Macduff is a child of a cesarean birth. That's the loophole. Realizes he's doomed and submits to his enemy.
C-section babies for the wit.
Yes. Macduff triumphs and brings the head of the traitor traitor Macbeth to Malcolm. Malcolm declares peace and goes to Scone to be crowned king.
Woof.
Woof.
That went up and down. But why do I feel like I've heard that story before?
I don't know. Maybe
Is that like... That's a Disney movie.
People say it inspired Lion King, but there's no.
Oh, people say
maybe.
it inspired Lion King. I get it.
Maybe. So
I
like,
get it.
The summary is that the three witches tell the Scottish general Macbeth that he will be king of Scotland. Encouraged by his wife, Macbeth kills the king, becomes a king, and then kills more people out of paranoia.
Sí, claro. He went crazy.
Civil war erupts to overthrow Macbeth, resulting in more death.
Woof, it does sound like Scar and Simba. But whatever.
So, I also have a few questions that you could possibly ask, but you won't know what to ask because you don't know what this is about.
I didn't know what was it about.
Okay, so what's the main point of Macbeth? So the themes of Macbeth...
Don't kill people. Just wait.
Listen. So the theme of Macbeth's outer world is action of violence and treachery, which obviously we know. But then the theme of his inner world is ambition and moral reasoning.
Got it. That's
so
annoying.
there's a quote here that says the main theme of Macbeth is the destruction wrought when ambition goes unchecked by moral constraints.
Got it.
It's a lot of big words.
It is, but like I get it. It's all tragic.
Yeah. So he dies and he's killed by Macduff. And Macduff, what he does is, obviously, he severs his head, and he brings it so that there's proof that he's gone and
like
he's been overthrown.
I killed him, but like I didn't really. Like
So
there's
then-
no proof of the hyenas actually killing Scar, but like we know, like it's unsaid, but it is. It did happen.
Yeah. And then Scotland becomes Malcolm's to rule, and Malcolm promises rewards to all those who fought for him and names them all earls, which are the first in Scotland.
I love that tea. Was it Earl of Grey and Lady Grey? Earl of Grey. Whatever. Listen, fancy it
The
up.
place Earl of Sandwich.
Earl of Sandwich too. Oh, we love that they fought for Malcolm.
Yeah.
We love that they fought for Malcolm.
We're so done.
I support all the earls.
Okay, so these are some key themes in Shakespeare's Macbeth, and include good versus evil,
Of course.
the dangers of ambition, the
Right.
influence of supernatural forces, the contrast between appearance and reality, loyalty, and guilt.
That's right.
Yeah. Then it says here, there's 2 reasons why he was killed. Why Macduff killed him.
Okay. I know one.
First was because Macbeth had become a tyrant
Yeah.
who would gladly kill anyone who stood in his way.
Right.
And the second, and most importantly, is that he killed Macbeth because Macbeth arranged the murder of his family.
Right. That was the one that I was thinking. Revenge.
Yeah.
I get it. That's
Yeah.
terrible, but wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know a single thing about that.
So,
It's very interesting. Now I want to watch the movie. Is there a movie for it?
yeah.
There's a Macbeth movie?
The Denzel Washington.
Oh, the Denzel Washington.
Oh.
When did it come out?
2021.
See, I knew it. I saw it.
okay.
I saw it on TikTok.
Okay. So, why is Lady Macbeth important?
Because she's the Jezebel to the Samson.
Lady Macbeth is a very important character in the play, and she's Macbeth's wife, and it is she who pressures Macbeth into committing murder.
That's right.
Lady Macbeth is widely considered to be one of Shakespeare's most memorable and fascinating female characters.
I was going to say villain, but all right.
Yeah. There's also this other question, is Macbeth based on a true story? So, Shakespeare's famous tragedy Macbeth is based upon his life, but it's not historically accurate.
Okay. But to be like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. And I thought I would bring... Okay, so the part where he doesn't fear those who are born from a woman.
Right.
So Macduff, people ask, so was he born from a woman? Right. Obviously, only women here give birth, guys.
Don't listen. That's politically a fact. All right.
No,
that's how
God created it. Okay, for women to give birth. So although Macbeth believes that he cannot be killed by any man born of a woman, he soon learns that Macduff was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped.
Got it.
Meaning that Macduff was born by C-section.
And a preemie.
So the two fight, and Macduff slays Macbeth.
Well.
And then...
Listen, C-section babies for the win. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Loopholes.
Okay, so last is a famous sentence from the play is, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more.
What? Get it tattooed. I love that. We're going to put that up next.
So that is my lesson on Macbeth.
Is it clapping? C for clapping? C for clapping. Good job. I'm gonna forever remember, and then I'm gonna watch a movie and I'll report back.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
should
nice.
watch it. Yeah.
We should totally watch it. You're gonna be bored. You're not gonna watch it. How
Is
long?
it? I don't know. Would I be bored?
You don't want to watch Hamilton. You don't want to watch Wave Water. You don't want to watch all of
But I
these
did
things.
watch it.
Eventually.
Maybe.
I like stuff with drama.
All right, say less. We'll watch it together. If you want.
So that was our lesson on Macbeth.
I love it. That was our lesson on
Macbeth.
Macbeth.
It's not McDonald's. It's
M-A-C.
it's not like McDonald's. It's more like MacBook. So Macbeth.
Macbeth. Got it. MacBook Macbeth.
The more you know.
The more you know. Correct. All right. So this time, it is my turn to teach. And in spite of what you think, we came up with these lessons months ago. Okay? But Ana Luz really wanted to know.
Yeah, why not?
The list of presidents who have died in office. I know what it sounds like. And we discussed this prior.
Yeah.
Because, of whatever happened or whatever. This has nothing to do with that. And we're not saying he's going to die.
Nope.
That's it. Okay. So Ana Luz wants to learn about presidents of the United States who have died in office. I said that weird. I know I did. She's laughing. Relax. So,
Presidents.
Ana Luz, out of the 46 presidents, only 8 have died in office.
Oh, okay.
Right. On term in the middle of...
When we asked and we decided to talk about this, Alex made it seem like there was like a bunch, because she literally said there's a whole bunch of them. I was just like, dang, how many of them have died while in office? I know people have died after.
Right, yes.
But not like while being president.
Right. All of them, most of them have passed away. Most of them have passed away. But only 8 of them have died while on term. Okay. 4 of them were assassinated. Okay. And 4 of them have died of natural causes.
Okay. Are you starting in like order?
I'll tell you in order of who died first and all that. When the president dies, as you know, there is an amendment that says that if he dies, resigns, or is removed from office, the vice president then becomes the president. Right. That is the rule in the United States, right? So the first president who died was William Henry Harrison in 1841. Okay. 1 month after his inauguration day. Yeah. He didn't last long. And that's
Pobrecito.
Right. He died of complications which were at the time believed to be pneumonia.
Oh, okay. He
was caught in a torrential downpour. He got sick and then got progressively worse. And they tried to treat him with whatever they knew. They even tried those heating suction cups to like suck out the sickness.
They had those back then?
It was 1841. I guess they did. Oh, okay. And those treatments failed, and he eventually passed away at the age of 68.
Okay, so he wasn't that young.
He wasn't that young.
We seem to have a pattern here in the United States of voting for old presidents.
It's a requirement for them. They have to be like over 30 and right or over 30. I don't know.
Yeah, but 30 is so young, guy.
Right, but they have to have like experience. It's like one of those things like you just got your bachelor's degree and you have to get a job, but you have to have 10 years of experience for whatever stupid reason. Figured out jobs. Anyway, so that is the first one. William Henry Harrison. The second president who died was Zachary Taylor in 1850, just 9 years after this guy, from acute gastroenteritis. Gastritis. Se murió de gastritis.
All of our gastritis people,
y'all get it checked, please.
Go to a gastroenterologist, please.
For the love of God. So he was known to drink tons of ice water, cold milk, green apples, and cherries. Oh. Whatever.
It's an interesting mix.
He ate garbage.
I wouldn't say garbage. It's just
for what you have. Like if your stomach hurts, why would you go eat it?
Oh, I guess.
Right. All of those lactose intolerant people who refuse to have lactose-free ice cream. The help? Just look at me. It's
35 years or older to be a president.
You have to be 35 years or older to be president. So we have to vote for old people. Listen. Okay, so
I am turning 35.
Well, good thing you can be president.
I'm
now.
not old.
Hurry up.
Should I run for president?
I think. Listen, you're better than the two options we have right now.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want the responsibility of the country.
Hey,
in
mom,
my
I'm gonna just
hands.
send everybody home. Everybody work from home.
I would love
Wouldn't
that.
that be nice? What would be your first executive order? Huh? Send everybody home? Oh, like countries? No, Jesus Christ, no. No. I'm pro Hispanos. Relax. That's not no, bro. Send everybody to work
we
from
are
home.
pro immigrants.
That's right. Get over here and fix the place. Anyway, that's not what I meant, and you know what I meant. Listen, I don't need to explain myself to you. You know exactly who I am right now. All right,
Okay.
so back to Zachary Taylor.
He died of gastritis.
Gastroenteritis,
Okay.
which is basically gastritis. One day he was at a party on the 4th of July,
Oh, that sounds.
and he became really ill. And he died 5 days after.
Oh, okay.
At
He
the
died
age-
on the 4th of July.
No, he died 5 days after that, at the age of 65. Fun fact, his death report says death by bilious diarrhea
Oh no.
or bilious cholera, which is death by poop.
It's like a colicky baby, right? Like tienes gas cólico.
Well, I-
Gastroenteritis is also known as the stomach flu.
He died of the stomach flu.
Oh, so yeah.
He pooped to death.
Diarrhea.
Right, he died. He died at the age of 65. The third president was Abraham Lincoln, which we know he was killed while in office. He was assassinated. He was shot by John Booth,
So he was the first one assassinated.
first one to be assassinated, correct, in 1865. He died the following morning after he got shot. The assassination took place on Good Friday, April 14th,
Wow.
1865. He died at the age of 56. He was very young. For president, at least.
Yeah.
Lincoln was the first American president to be killed by an assassin. Lincoln was shot in the back of the head while watching the play Our American Cousin with his wife Mary Todd Lincoln at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. An army surgeon who happened to be at the Ford's that place, the Ford's Theater, the Dr. Charles Leal, assessed Lincoln's wounds as mortal. Mortal. The unconscious president was then carried across the street from the theater to the Peterson House. I believe that is a hospital or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Where he remained in a coma for 8 hours before dying the following morning.
Dang.
R.I.P. Lincoln. Yeah. He was, I think him and Kennedy were the famous ones. Whatever.
Okay.
The fourth president who passed away was James Garfield, who was also shot, but he survived over 2 months after before actually dying.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, in pain and suffering for 2 months after getting shot.
Right. The assassination of James Garfield also happened in Washington, D.C. In 1881. Garfield was shot by James J. Guteau. I'm assuming that's how it's said. I don't know. At 9:30 in the morning. You know what that is to eat a bullet for breakfast? That sucks.
Where was he at 9:30 in the morning?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Less than 4 months into his term as the nation's 20th president, he died 11 weeks later on September 19th, 1881, at the age of 49. He was
the youngest.
He was so far. He was waiting at a train station on his way to his old college to go give a speech at Williams College, and he had no security. Lincoln was the only president who had security, like a security detail.
I wonder why he didn't.
He had a few people with him. He had his son and the Secretary of War and the Secretary of Treasury, I think it was. They were with him. They were seeing him off into the train,
Got it.
and he got shot. He was in the waiting room at the train station where, and then Guteau shot him twice. One of them grazed his shoulder. He freaks out and says, "Oh my God, what was that?" And then the other one hit him in the lumbar vertebrae, missing his spine, but it ended up inside his pancreas. They tried and tried and tried, but they tried to see him the next day. His vitals were fine. They were like, okay, like they fished for the bullet and they couldn't find it. At some point there was like 20 people with him in the room where they tried to like fish it out and nothing. And his symptoms slowly, progressively got really, really bad. And so they ended up deciding to take him to a cottage in New Jersey where he vacationed. And in Oceanfront Cottage, he passed away at the age of 49. That was tragic.
Yeah.
But to live 2 months after you've been shot.
I mean,
nice.
he fought long enough, but...
Yeah, no, but eventually the wounds, he gave in. So the fifth one was William McKinley. He died 8 days after being shot. Inside the Temple of Music on the grounds of the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York, McKinley was shaking hands with the public when Leon, that's a lot of letters. This last name.
That's fine.
Zoklos. Oh, maybe a Polish anarchist shot him. 58 years old. The president died 8 days after, on September 14th, from gangrene caused by the bullet wounds.
Gangrene is the name of the person.
No.
What the heck is gangrene?
Gangrene.
We should know this.
We should know this, actually.
What is gangrene?
Gangrene is a type of tissue death. It's basically caused by lack of blood supply.
Got it.
It looks like this. I'm not going to show the crowd because that looks gross.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So he died from gangrene caused by the bullet wounds. His body turned into that. Tissue damage.
The whole thing?
I guess.
Healy.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. That was in 1901. Okay, so the sixth president who died on term was Warren Harding, who suffered a massive heart attack and died in 1923. He was in his hotel suite visiting San Francisco on an evening, on the evening of August 2nd, 1923, at the age of 57. His death was quickly led to theories that he either had been poisoned or committed suicide.
Okay.
That was wild. His was quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heart attack can be quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're our dad.
What?
Unless you're our dad who was having a heart attack for 3 days.
Yeah, he didn't know that. Listen, shout out to Parks and Rec.
For real.
That's literally why. I knew. So the seventh president who died on term was Franklin Roosevelt.
Okay.
Did you know that he died? I didn't know that he died.
Yeah.
He was starting...
Isn't he the one that served two terms, but in different...
No, that was Grover Cleveland. But this one...
I know the pictures were on top of the classroom.
Hey, yo, what did I say?
The pictures were on top of the classroom. So I was like, oh, dang, he was like the 17th, and then he was also the 20th or something like that.
See what I mean, bro? Okay, pause for a second. Alex had asked me a bunch of general questions, remember that day? It was like, name 5 presidents before 1995 or whatever. So I was just like, okay, cool, blah, 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 in Cleveland. And she was like, why the hell do you know Cleveland? I was just like, so in class, we changed the decorations, but those stupid presidents never
always
changed.
stayed there.
And I was just like, you would see all their faces and then Cleveland twice. I was just like, wow, they made a mistake with an idiot. And then later on, I figured out that, no, he served twice. So she's like, wow, that's so funny and that's so odd.
We were there when George Bush's picture went up, and then Clinton, was he president?
Yeah. Or Bush. One of the two.
No, I think
Clinton.
it was, I don't remember. And then Obama went up.
Yeah.
Obama's picture went up.
Nuts, bro. Whatever. I thought it was funny. Continue. So the seventh president who passed away on term was Franklin Roosevelt, who started his 4th term as president.
I thought you could only do 2.
I guess. No, you can't do 2. You can do 2 consecutively. You can do multiple.
Bring Obama back. Bring Obama back.
Anyway.
Or Michelle. Bring her Obama.
Literally.
One of the Obama.
For the love of God, somebody who can just function. Anyway, he collapsed and died as a result of a cerebral hemorrhage.
Oh, okay. So brain aneurysm, basically?
Pretty much. No, technically a stroke.
Oh, okay.
He went to the Little White House in Warm Springs, Georgia, to rest before his anticipated appearance at the founding conference in the United Nations in late April in San Francisco. around 1 p.m. on April 12th, Roosevelt said, "I have a terrific pain in the back of my head," and which were his last words. He then slumped forward in his chair, unconscious, and was carried into his bedroom. The president's attending cardiologist, Howard Brune, diagnosed a massive cerebral hemorrhage, aka a stroke. The 63-year-old Roosevelt died a few hours later without regaining consciousness. So that was the last thing that he did. Yeah, that sucks.
That's also traumatizing.
Hello.
Yeah.
Extremely traumatizing. Well, R.I.P. Roosevelt. The last and eighth president who passed away on term was John F. Kennedy, who was shot by Lee Oswald in 1923 in Dallas, Texas. He was fatally shot by Lee Oswald, who fired 3 shots from the 6th floor window of the Texas School Book Depository, at 12:30 p.m. As a presidential motorcade passed through Dealey Plaza.
Pause. So was Kennedy the president after, what was the one before him?
What?
What?
Roosevelt?
Uh-huh.
Roosevelt was before Kennedy.
So when Roosevelt died, Kennedy took over? And Kennedy also got killed?
They weren't down the same year.
No, Roosevelt took over for the one before.
Was
Warren.
Roosevelt became president when?
Okay,
what
guys.
year?
Roosevelt became president.
Or what year was he shot?
He was shot. I didn't write a year. Here's the thing: they didn't die. These weren't right after each other.
But that's what I'm asking is, what year did Roosevelt die?
44.
44? But he
Right.
became president in 23?
32.
Oh, okay.
He was
Because
serving his 4th term.
Because you said Kennedy died in 23 or...
1923.
Oh, so Kennedy came before.
No.
Kennedy came before then.
Was after.
That's why I was asking.
Kennedy was after.
Did Kennedy take over for that one? Or did that one take over after Kennedy? And then they both got shot?
Kennedy didn't die in 23.
Maybe he was born in... Or maybe he wanted to term it? No, that can't be either.
No, he died in 63.
63.
He died in 63.
Okay.
Not 23.
That makes more sense.
My bags.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to change that up so I don't get that confused again. Again. Ha. All right.
That's fine. It was the last one.
Right. Okay. So he was shot by Lee Oswald in 1963.
63.
The motorcade was passing through Dealey Plaza. Riding in the vehicle with the president was the First Lady Jackie Kennedy, the Texas Governor John Connally, and Connally's wife Nellie. The Governor Connally also was seriously wounded by the attack. The motorcade was rushed to the Parkland Memorial Hospital, where Kennedy was pronounced dead about 30 minutes later, at the age of 46. So he was the youngest.
He was the youngest.
Connally,
Killed.
yes, he was killed. Connally eventually recovered from his injuries. So 46 was the youngest. The other ones, the other younger one was James Garfield, which was 49.
We almost had another president die in office. Well, he's not in office though.
Not in office.
No.
He's a felon. So those were the presidents that passed away on term. Again,
I mean, not cool, but cool.
Right.
To know.
Cool to know. Yeah. That only 8 of them out of the 46.
Out of the 46. Okay. Thanks so much, Soph.
You're so freaking welcome.
So that was lessons of season 3. Lesson number 1 of season 3.
Correct. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. We have an incredible episode up next after this one, obviously.
Yeah.
So you have to stick around for that.
We have our first guest of season 3.
That's right.
Which is why it's an incredible episode.
That's right. Forgot to say that.
We hope that you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a fun one.
That's right. You should watch it on YouTube too.
Yeah. Go watch us on YouTube. YouTube.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Be sure to like, subscribe, put the bell notification so you know every single time we post.
And if you're listening to us on any podcast platforms, give us 5 stars and 5 stars only. That's all we're taking.
If not, we're sending Matu.
Yeah, we're going to send Mateo on.
That's right.
Mateo. We learned last episode that we need to call him Mateo.
Mateo. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.